remain with 3y minus 9 is equals to 4 and 4 cancels, also we remain with 1. So therefore, in that part, we'll be able to collect like terms together, whereby we'll be able to have 4y minus 3y plus 12 then this one here, since we have a negative here and there's also another negative here, so it becomes plus 9 is equals to 1 on the other end of the equation. So therefore, you'll be able to realize that 12 plus 9 is equivalent to 21. Then this other one, 4y minus 3y becomes y is equals to, we will take this one to the other side so that we can collect like terms together. So it will be 1 minus 21. So therefore, the value of y now becomes equals to negative 20. That is one of the ways in which you can be able to do it. Then the second way I said is whereby we find the LCM of the denominators and multiply it with each term in that question. Like now, in our case here, we have the equation is y plus 3 all over 3 minus y minus 3 all over 4 is equals to 12. The LCM between 3, 4, and 12 is 12. So we'll be able to have y plus 3 all over 3 multiplied by 12 minus y minus 3 all over 4 also multiplied by 12 is equals to 1 over 12. So this one multiplied by 12. So therefore, 3 cancels with 12 4 times, so we remain with 4y plus 3 minus 4 cancels with 12 3 times. Sorry, this one is 12 here. Then this other one becomes 3y plus 9 is equivalent to 12 and 12 cancels on this end, so we remain with 1. This one here is 9. So therefore, we'll be able to have, when we collect like terms together, we'll be able to have 4y minus 3y is equals to 1. This is negative 12. So when it crosses the equal sign, it becomes minus, it becomes plus 12. Then 9 on this end, it's positive 9. When it crosses the equal sign, it
Mwalimu,
becomes...
excuse kidogo.
Yes.
I can see hapo hiyo equation ya juu ya 4y minus 12
Yes.
is na equation itakuwa y 4y plus 12 is alafu naendelea, like we have a positive not a negative.
Yeah, it's supposed to be flat there. So since it's a positive, once it crosses the equal sign, it becomes minus 12 on this other end. Sorry for that. So it will be 1 minus 12. And then also this 9, since it's positive, once it crosses the equal sign, it also becomes minus 9 on this other end. So therefore, when you solve this one, it becomes y equals to 1 minus 12 minus 9. So in that case, when you solve that one, you'll be able to realize that this one is negative 21, and then positive 1 minus 21 gives us negative 20, which is still the same as the question that we did in the first, or the method that we used in the first place. So I think when you look at these two equations, or these two methods, you'll be able to realize that when you find the LCM, it saves you a lot of time instead of multiplying it in segments in each term. So therefore, this one becomes our answer to that question. Then also we can again try another one. Like now, number 5B, can try number 5B, whereby we have x minus 7 all over 5 plus x is equals to 2. So at this point now, we can be able to decide to add a denominator at this point so that we have it as 4 over 1. Then the LCM between the denominators, 5 plus x and 1, is 5 plus x. So we are going to multiply by the LCM in both sides so that we can be able to have, we can multiply all of this equation by the LCM, which is 5 plus x, such that now at this side, that's the left-hand side of the equation, 5 plus x and 5 plus x cancels, so that we remain with x minus 7 is equals to 2 times 5 plus x. So that now we'll be able to have x minus 7 is equals to 2 times 5. So that now in this case we are using 2 to open this bracket. So it will be 2 times 5, which is 10, plus 2 times x, which is 2x. Then from there now we can collect like terms together. So we'll be able to take x to this other side and also 7 to the other side. So we'll be able to have x minus 2x is equals to 10 plus 7. So at that point, you'll be able to realize that when you carry out the operation on this left-hand side, it is x minus 2x, which will give us negative x will be equal to 10 plus 7, which is equals to 17. So therefore, to remain with the coefficient of x being 1, we have to divide by negative 1 here, divide by negative 1. Therefore, the value of x becomes negative 17. That one becomes the solution. Yeah, so that is what you are likely, or you are required to do in such a question. So I hope that one is well taken also.
Yes, we are at point.
Thank you. Then now we can move to word problems, whereby we also required to read the question, understand, interpret, and then form the equation. Then from there now we solve the same equation that we have formed. So now the equation here, I want to take an example. Let's look at exercise 17.2. For this one, we need to read the question first, and then from there we can be able to interpret and form that equation. Then from there, now we can be able to solve the equation that we have formed. Number one, a piece of wire 200 centimeters long is bent to form a rectangular shape. One side of the rectangle is 4 centimeters longer than the other. Find the dimension of the rectangle. So therefore, in this equation number 1, we have that the wire is of length 200. Let's say that's a wire which is 200 meters, means centimeters long. Then from there, we need to bend it such that it forms a rectangular shaped. So we have, let's say it has been bent that way to form a rectangular shape. One side of the rectangle is 4 centimeters longer than the other. So meaning that the longer length, or the length, is the one which is longer than the other. So we'll be able to have the width being equal to x centimeters. And then the length will now be x plus 4 centimeters. Then we are asked to find the dimensions of the rectangle. Like now, for us to find the dimension, we need to understand that the perimeter of this rectangular shaped figure that has been formed is equal to the total length of the wire that was used to make it. So therefore, it means that perimeter of a rectangle is given by 2 times length plus the width. And the length we have here is x plus 4. The width we have here is x, and then the perimeter is 200. So the equation that we need here is 200 centimeters will be equal to 2 into the length, which is x, plus 4, plus the width, which is x. So at this point, we'll be able to have 200 equals to 2 into x plus x becomes 2x plus 4. So therefore, we'll be able to have 200 is equals to 4x plus 8. When you open that bracket using these two, you multiply 2 times 2x gives us 4x, then 2 times 4 gives us plus 8. Then from there, we can collect like terms together. So we take 8 to the other side. So it becomes 200 minus 8 is equals to 4x. Then we'll be able to have that 4x is equals to 200 minus 8 gives us 192. Then at this point, we can divide by 4, divide by 4. X will be equal to, when you divide 192 divide by 4, what do you get? At this point, 4 goes to this one. 4
46.
remain with. Is it 46 or 48?
48, sorry, 48, sorry.
Yeah. So we get our value of x being equal to 48. So therefore, this now becomes the
Area of one
length.
side. Of one side.
Yeah, which is the width. So the width, which was x, is equals to 48. Then the length now is x plus 4, which is 48 plus 4, which gives us
52.
52. Yeah, so then from there you can be able to say that the width is equals to 48 centimeters and the length is equals to 52 centimeters. Yeah, so that is the dimension that is required. So can you try this number 2?
Yes.
Try this. Okay, go ahead and try it, and then you will tell me
Mm-hmm.
how you got it.
A man earns 6 shillings while his wife earns a third of these of his a man earns X shillings while his wife earn a third of these. After spending a third of their combined income, they have 2,400 left. How much money does the man earn? So the earning of the man is X, while his wife earns, her wife will be X minus a third. Right, Mwalimu?
You are saying the wife
Mm.
will be?
X minus a third.
No, if the man earns X, then the wife
Uh-huh.
will be X. So it's 1 over
The man is
3
X.
X. No, the wife
Uh-huh.
will be 1 over 3 times X, which is a third X.
Oh, a third X. Oh, okay. So X plus a third X is equals to 2,400, right?
Not really. They have
Uh-huh.
already spent at that. So in this case, you see
Uh,
the combined salary that they have is 1 and a third X. Are we together?
yes.
Their combined salary is 1 and a third X. Then, after spending a third of their combined income, so now we need to find what is a third of the combined income. So it is a third of this one. When you write it in improper fraction, it becomes 4 over 3. Is it so?
Yes.
4 over 3x. Are we together up to that point?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so now the amount that they spent will be a third of 4 over 3x. So it means that we will be able to have that they spent 4 over 9x of their combined salary. So what will be left? So for you to get what was left is that you subtract the total or the combined earnings, which was 4 over 3x minus 4 over 9x. That's what they will be left, which will be equivalent to 2,400 shillings. So in that regard, you'll be able to have it as the LCM between 3 and 9 is
9.
9. Then 3
Yes.
goes to 9 3 times. So it's 3 times 4, which is 12,
12X.
minus 9
4.
goes to 9 one time. So 1 times 4 is 4x. So here we'll be able to have 4x. So therefore we remain with 12x minus 4x is
8.
8x all over 9.
9.
This is the amount that was left, which will be equals to
2,400.
2,400.
400.
Yes. Then from there now we can be able to find the value of x by making sure that the coefficient of x on the left hand side is equivalent to 1. So for us to do that, we multiply by the reciprocal of 8 over 9 in both sides. So we multiply here by 9 over 8, and on the other side we multiply by 9 over 8. So this one cancels on this side, so we remain with x is equals to
2,700. 2,700.
2,000,
700 Kenyan shillings.
yeah, which is the amount of money that the man earns. Then for you, if you may want to also find the amount of money the wife earns, you are going to take the value of the amount of money which is earned by the man times the wife's salary, which is a third of the total amount earned by the man. So it's a third of this one, which is
A third of 2,700.
yes,
900.
900 shillings. Yeah, so that is how you go about the equation. Can you try another one?
Let's see.
Yes. Let's take number 3.
20 shillings. A has 20 shillings more than B. After A spends a quarter of his money and B a fifth of hers, they find that B has 10 shillings more than A. How much money did each person have at the beginning? Mwalimu, let's do it together. It's kind of...
See, we also have another student here, Wendo. Wendo, can you hear? Wendo, are you there? Wendo, unmute and speak something or say something, please. Want to know whether you are with us? Or you can even chat us on the chat section. I want us to move together as a group. As we wait for that, we can look at number 3. Maybe we have that A has 20 shillings more than B. After A spends a quarter of his money and B a fifth of hers, they find that B has 10 shillings more than A. How much money did each person have at the beginning? So in our case here, we have two people, that is A and B. So let's say that A has
X.
X, and then B, you can say that B is now going to be equal to 20 shillings less than what A has. Are you getting that?
Yes.
Yes, so it means that B will be equal to X minus 20. Then we are being told that after A spending a quarter of his money and B spending a fifth of hers, they find that B has 10 shillings more than A. So therefore, we need to have when once they have spent what is left. When A spends a quarter of X, is going to remain with a third. Sorry, not a third, but a quarter. Sorry. After X spending a quarter of his money, meaning that the amount he spends is a quarter of X, so meaning that is going to remain with 1, which is a whole, or with X, which is a whole, minus a quarter X, which remains 3 over 4 X. Then B also spends a fifth of hers. So in this case, B spends a fifth. So it means that the amount of money she spent will be equal to a fifth X minus 4. So what is going to be left for B? So for you to get the amount B was left with, we are going to take the initial amount, which was X minus 20, minus, so we have it as X minus 20 minus a fifth x minus 4. So therefore, when you collect like terms together, you'll be able to have x minus a fifth x minus 20. This negative here and this negative makes it to become positive. So it becomes negative 20 plus 4. So which is x minus a fifth x becomes 4 over 5 x minus 16. So this is the amount of money that B was left with after spending a fifth. Then we are being told that when they have spent this, it's realized that B has 10 shillings more than A. So the amount of B that is left with is 4 over 5 x minus 16. Then you find the difference with the amount that was left by A. You realize that the amount that will be left is 10 shillings. So we'll be able to have it as 4 over 5 x minus 16 minus the amount that was left with the A is 3 over 4 x.
Mwalimu, I'm to receive an incoming call. I'm calling. I'm joining soon.
Okay.
I'm back, Mwalimu.
Okay, I was saying that when you find the difference between the amount of money that was left between the two will be equivalent, will be equal to 10 shillings. So I was saying that since B was left with 4 over 5x minus 16 and A was left with 3 over 4x, so when you subtract the two, this one here, it will be equal to 10 shillings. Then from there now, we can be able to collect like terms together, whereby we can be able to have 4 over 5x minus 3 over 4x will be equal to 10 plus 16. So we need to find the difference at this point. The LCM between 5 and 4 is 20.
20.
Then 5 goes to 20 4 times. So it's 4 times
4
4, which
times
is
16.
16x minus 20 goes, 4 goes to 25 times. So it's 5
5 times
times 10,
16.
15x.
15x.
10 plus 16 is 26.
26.
Then from there, we'll be able to have to write at the top. Yeah. So we'll be able to have
X, 1x over 20.
kidogo. Yeah, we will have x, so that is 1 over 20x is equals to 26. So for us to get the value of x, we multiply by 20 over 1, 20. So multiply by 20 over 1 on this other end. So this and this cancels. So we remain with x is equals to 26 times 20, which gives
520.
us
520.
520. So meaning that this is the amount that A had at the beginning. And then the amount that B was having, we said that it was x minus 20. So B was having 20 shillings. 500. And that is how we can be able to, how we are supposed to solve that. I hope we have all understood the steps on how we have gone that with that.
Yes.
Very good. Then now, from our end, can you try number 4?
Okay, mwalimu ya angles. Okay, this is an isosceles angle, meaning two sides are equal. Sio mwalimu?
Yes.
So we find, okay, in
Actually,
figure, when the, sorry?
this is the easiest. Nasikia unashtuka.
It adds up to an 8, right?
Which ones?
The inside ones and the outside ones. Angle of a straight line add up to 180,
Yes.
and angles of a isosceles add also up to 180.
Yes. The sum of interior angles of a triangle.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what should we do in that case?
Yeah, it will be 5 x plus 5. Are we working out the inside angles first, then we work out the outside one first, secondly. Ama, what are we going about it?
Either way will work. Whether you start with the interior angles or you use one of the interior plus the exterior, it will still
So,
work.
okay. Okay. So, being that we know that angles of interior angles of isosceles of an isosceles triangle are equal, it will be 5 x plus 5 plus x plus 5 plus 5 plus x is equals to 180. Iko sawa?
Yes, I'm listening. Continue.
Am I right? But
In this case, I think you have mentioned that this is an isosceles triangle, sindio?
yes,
So meaning that this angle here and this one are equal.
are equal. Yes.
So how do we get this angle?
we add the two equal parts, two equal angles, then we minus from 180.
Yes. But now, before you do that, it will be easier for you to find the value of x first. Then from there, it will be easier for you to find those interior angles. So let's use this part that we are given here and find the value of x.
Okay.
Yeah, so now do it and find for me the value of x.
So we're working with x plus 5 and 4.
Yes.
Okay. X will be 35.
35.
Yes.
Check. Yeah, because we have 5x, then 180 minus 5 is 175. 175 divided by 5. Yeah, it is 35. X will be equal to 35. So now, what is the angle ACB? This one here. Angle ACB.
Angle ACB.
40.
40.
Very good. So that is x plus 5, which is 40, whereby x is 35. Therefore, the angle ABC also is
40.
40. So for us to find the angle here, it means that you are going to take 180 minus this angle plus this angle here. So therefore, you get this angle being 180
100.
minus 50, which is 100 degrees. And that one becomes solution. Oh, that one is correct.
Yes, it's correct.
Yes. From the background, I don't know if you Okay, sorry for that. I think there was some noise from mother side, but we are okay. Yeah, so I think this one is much easier when we get to understand how to form the equations and which terms should you use to form the equations. So I would want us to try 2 before we move to another part, which involves linear equations with 2 unknowns. So maybe I could wish we try number 5 and number 9. Number 5 and number 9. So I think you can try doing it on your own from your end. Then from there, we will do it together to confirm the answers. Sorry. So I'm giving you some few minutes. You try number 5 and number 9. Then we will be able to do it together as we move to the next part.
Okay, Mwalimu, can we do it now? I think I'm somewhere.
Let me know what you have got from your end. In question 5, you can type or you can tell us the answer verbally. What you got?
The first integer,
Yes.
it will be -7.
Yes.
The second one will be -7 plus 1. The second one will be -6. The second integer.
Yes.
The third integer will be -5. And the fourth one will be negative.
Okay. How about the rest? What have you gotten? The rest, like Domitila, Rotich, Wendo. What did you get? Sorry?
Teacher, I've just joined. I want to follow fast, then I get what you are doing.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, so I had given question number 5, whereby I say that we attempt them before we do it together from here. So now we start with question 5 and then we move to question 9. Question 5, we have that the sum of 4 consecutive integers is -22. Find the integer or the integers. So the first thing that you need to understand here, what is an integer? When we talk of an integer, we say that, or we get to understand that an integer is comprises of positive whole number, negative whole number, and a zero. So in that case, it means that it must be comprising of whole numbers, which are either positive or negative, or even a zero. So in our case here, we need to start with, let's say, the first integer to be x, then the second one to be x plus 1, then the third one will be x plus 2, and then last we have x plus 3. These are the 4 integers. When you add them, they should be equal to -22. So we'll be able to have x plus 1 plus x plus 2 plus x plus 3 should be equal to -22. So when you do that, you'll be able to have x plus x plus x plus x gives us 4x plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 gives us 6 is equal to -22. Then when we collect like terms, we'll be able to take this 6 to the other side. So we have 4x equals to -22 minus, since it's positive on this left hand side, once it crosses the equal sign, it becomes negative, so -6. So we have 4x equals to -22 minus 6 is -28. For us to get the value of x, we divide by the coefficient of x in both sides. So we divide by 4 here.
4.
We also divide by 4. So x will be equal to
-7.
So for us to get the other integers, the first one we have gotten is x being equal to -7. Then the second one will be x plus 1. X is -7 plus 1, we get negative. The other one is x plus -7 plus 2 gives us negative. Then the other one is plus 7. That is -7 plus 3, which is -4. So these are the 4 integers that are required. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Then the other question was number 9.
Ulikuwa kwa mishege wapi? Kwa shamba. Ulienda na
Then
mama?
Domitila, thank you. Wanted you to mute. Thank you. Yeah, so the next question was number 22, which says that a man is 24 years old than his son. After 10 years, he will be 3 times as old as his son. How old is the son now? So in this case, or in this question, we need to first form the equation, and then from there we'll be able to use the equation to solve. We'll be able to have this is the man, and then we have the son at that point. Then from there, we'll be able to do this. We have been told that a man is 24 years old than his son. So let the son be X years. So therefore, the man will be 24 years older. So it will be X plus 24. That will be the age of the man. Then we are being told that after 10 years, the man will be 3 times as old as his son. So in 10 years, so this is now, and this is in 10 years. So it will be, the man will be X plus 24 plus 10, which will be 34. And then the son will be X plus 10. But now we are being told here that after that 10 years, he will be 3 times as old as his son. So now from that point, what are we supposed to do? We have,
We collect the like terms, maybe.
no, before that, we need to form the equation. Then from there, we collect like terms. So the equation now here will be using this second part here, this one here. We have X plus 34 will be equal to 3 times the age of the son. So itakuwa ni 3 times X plus 10.
Mwalimu, nimepotea kidogo.
Yes.
Maliza alafu we start again being that nishapotea.
Umepotelea wapi? We can pick it from there.
Okay, forming the equation of the first one, is this a 10 times 20, 10x plus 24?
It's 10, it's X plus 34.
Oh, so, okay.
I have separated this part here. Hii inaonyesha the age now, N means
after,
now, and then this is after 10 years. Hii hapa
okay.
chini.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it means that after 10 years, the father will be X plus 34, because in X plus 24 plus 10, which gives you X plus 34. And then the son after 10 years will be X plus 10. Then tumeambiwa that after these 10 years, the man will be 3 times as old as his son. So the son is X plus 10. Then times 3 ndio atakuwa equivalent to the age of the father, which is X plus 10, 34, sorry. So from there now, we can be able to collect like terms together. So we have X plus 34 is equals to, we open this bracket here, 3X plus 34. Then we can collect like terms. We take this one to this side and then this one to this other side. So we'll be able to have x minus 3x is equals to 30 minus 34. So at this point, we'll be able to have x minus 3x is negative 2x is equals to 30 minus 34, which is negative 4. Divide by negative 2, divide by negative 2. So x will be equal to 2. So that is the current age of the sun, because we say that the sun now is equivalent to the x. So after 10 years, the sun will be x plus 10, which is 12, as the father will be x plus 34, which is 36. Have we understood that? So the answer here is 2 years. The sun is 2 years. So I hope we are together to that point.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So can we move to linear equations with two unknowns? Or there is something you need clarification on forming and solving linear equations with one unknown? Okay. I'm assuming that there's no question. You can move on to the next part. Thank you, Rotich. The next part is on linear equations in two unknowns. So when we are going to have situations in which we have two unknowns, yeah, so I was saying that, or I was explaining that when dealing with linear equations with two unknowns, you'll be able to realize that in such equations, we have to have two simultaneous equations which have two unknowns. And in this section, it's not that we are going to have these two simultaneous equations having the same coefficients, but they will have different coefficients and also the terms will be different. But now we have various methods to solve them, whereby we need to understand that the methods in which you can be able to solve linear equations with two unknowns are around 5 of them. The first method is elimination method. First one is elimination. Then the second one is substitution. And then the third one is graphical. The third one is graphical method. And then the fourth one is matrix. And then the fifth, which is in the next level, is known as the Gauss method. the Gauss method, which you will be able to, but for now, at our level here, we'll be able to deal with the first one, the second one, the third one in form 2, and then the fourth one in form 3. Then this other one, which is Gauss method, will be used in the next level, either in college or in university. But for now, we need to concentrate on these 4. So let's start with the elimination method. When we talk about elimination method, is in a situation whereby we are going to eliminate one unknown such that we remain with another one unknown, such that now we form a linear equation which will assist us to solve for that one unknown that we remain with. So in a situation, for example, where you have two unknowns like x and y, you will either eliminate x and remain with y, which forms a linear equation. From there you solve for y that remains with, or you eliminate y and remain with x, whereby you solve for x, and then you are going to substitute, or you are going to insert the value of x or the value of y to the any of the two equations to find the other remaining unknown. Let's look at, like in example 4, we can attempt number 1a, which says that solve the following simultaneous equations by elimination method. So we have a plus b equals to 7, and a minus b is equals to 5. When you look at this one, these are two simultaneous equations. So we can call this one as equation 1, and then this other one as equation 2. Then from there, we can decide on what to eliminate. You can be able to see in the two equations, they both have a and b. And then the coefficient of a is 1 in both, and then the coefficient of b is 1 in the first equation, and it's -1 in the second equation. So for example, if we decide to eliminate b, it means that we are going to add, because of this negative sign on the second equation, this one. But if we are going to eliminate a, we are going to subtract. So I think we can do both, but for now, let's start with eliminating b, and then we'll be able to see what we get. So when you eliminate b, you'll be able to add in both sides, so that you have a plus a is 2a, and then b plus negative b. Remember, from integers, you had learned that when you have two unlike signs that are following each other, they are going to turn to be negative. So for example, if you have a plus and a negative following each other, it will be equal to a negative. And then you have a negative following positive, it becomes still a negative. If you have a negative following a negative, it becomes positive. And if you have a positive following a positive, it becomes positive. Those are the concepts that maybe you had covered from integers, which are useful in most of the questions. So in this case, you are going to have a plus, that is b minus b is 0, is equals to 7 plus 5 is equals to 12. So this now forms our third equation, which will be now solved by 2a will be equal to 12 divided by 2 divided by 2, whereby a will be equal to 6. Then from there, now we can be able to find b by substituting a to either equation 1 or equation 3. So we'll be able to have a in equation 1, which is equivalent to 6, plus b is equals to 7. So for us to get from the value of b, we'll be able to have b is equals to 7 minus 6, whereby b equals to 1. So therefore, in this case, we have solved the value of A to be 6 and the value of B to be equal to 1. That one is done and dusted. Any question concerning that? I hope there is none, and that one is well understood. I see that also we can be able to decide to eliminate A, since in this case we eliminated B. So in that case, we can be able to go back, look at when we eliminate A, how will it go? It's still the same thing, but it's good that you know both so that you can be able to know. So in most cases, you need to understand that for you to decide on what to eliminate, there are some things that you consider. Which one is easier to eliminate and how the question is structured will be able to assist you on to decide on what to eliminate. There are some areas whereby you'll be able to realize that the coefficients of the similar or like unknowns in the two equations are not the same. We'll be able to get to know what will be required to do in that case to make sure that you are able to eliminate. So in our case here, we want to eliminate A, and for us to eliminate A, we are going to subtract now. Since they are both positives, so we will be able to subtract. So when you subtract, you'll be able to get that A minus A is 0, and then B minus B, since we say that when two like signs follow each other, they will be able to be a positive. So this one is negative and negative. So it means that it turns to be positive. So it becomes plus 2b is equals to 7 minus 5 is equivalent to 2. So for us to get the value of b, we'll be able to have 2b is equals to 2. So the coefficient of b to be equal to 1, we have to divide here by 2, divide here by 2. So b will be equal to 1. For us to get the value of a, we need to substitute b in n of the two equations. We can substitute it in equation 2. So we have a minus, now in this case, in the place of b, we can use 1 is equals to 5. So therefore, a will be equal to 5 plus 1. So therefore, a is equals to 6, and then b equals to 1, which is what we had gotten in the first scenario. Then we can also take another second question. We do it and see how elimination works. I want us to take number 1A in exercise 17.3. Sorry, number 1B. But before we do number 1B, can you attempt number 1A on your own from your end? Attempt number 1A before we do number 1B together. I hope you are doing it.
Ikiwa umesema 1B
No, you attempt number 1A and then
or 1A?
I will do number. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Domtila is saying that n is equals to 2 and m is equals to 6. I hope we are also getting that, the rest of us. Yeah, so in that case, m is supposed to be equal to 6, and then n will be equal to 2. That's correct. Then in the second section, whereby we are using elimination method, is we have 2m plus n is equals to 7 and 3m minus 2n is equals to 10. So when you look at this scenario, you'll be able to realize that there is nowhere we can be able to eliminate because the two unknowns in the two equations have no similar coefficients, or there is none which has similar coefficients. But now the good news is that there is somewhere whereby we can be able to check and see, we do something to make it, or to make one of the unknown to have the same coefficients, so that it becomes easier for us to eliminate. And that is, you can check and see which one is easier to eliminate. So in this case, when you look at it, both of them are easy to eliminate, but n is more easier. So it means that we need to make the coefficients of n in the two equations to be the same. And for us to do that, we are going to take the coefficient in the second equation of n, we multiply it in the first equation. That is, in this case, the coefficient of n in the second equation is -2. So we can decide to multiply by 2 on the top here. We multiply by 2 here. And then the coefficient of n in the first equation, we multiply it in the first equation. In the second equation. So here we multiply by 1. So therefore, when you open those brackets, you are going to have 4m from the new equations plus 2n is equals to 14 and 3m minus 2n is equals to 10. Now this becomes equation 3 and this becomes equation 4. Then from there now, we can subtract equation 4 from equation 3. So, in this case, since we are eliminating 2 and this second one is negative, so we need to add. We add the two equations. So when you add, you are likely to have 7m plus 0 is equals to 24. Is equals to 24. So therefore, 7m will be equal to 24. So divide by 7, divide by 7. Therefore, m will be equal to 3 and 2 over 7. Whereby from there we can be able to also get the value of n by substituting the value of m in any of the equations. So we can substitute it in the first equation. So we'll be able to have 2 times 24 over 7. So it's 3 and 3 over 7. So 24 over 7 plus n is equals to 7. So this one becomes 48 over 7 plus n is equals to 7, whereby we can be able to collect like terms together. So this one becomes n equals to 7 minus 48 over 7, whereby in this case it's the same as the LCM of 7 here is 1. I mean the denominator under 7 is 1. So the LCM here we are going to have n being equal to LCM is 7. 7 goes to 1. I mean 1 goes to 7 times. So this one becomes 49 minus 48. So the value of n now becomes or will be equal to 1 over 7. And that one becomes the value of m being 24 over 7 and the value of n being 1 over 7. Is that one correct? I hope we are following it up together. Yeah, so that's what you are required to do in that question. But also, you can decide to eliminate m, which is still, it's the same procedure which we used, whereby we can be able to have it as 2m plus n is equals to 7 and 3m minus n is equals to 10. So at this point, since we need to eliminate m, we multiply by the coefficient of m in the second equation, we multiply it in the first equation, and the coefficient of m in the first equation, we multiply in the second equation. So this becomes 3, we multiply 3 here, we multiply 2 at this point. So this one becomes 6m plus 3n is equals to 21, and 6m minus 2n is equals to 20. Sorry, here it was minus 2n, so this becomes 4n. So when you subtract at this point to eliminate m, this one becomes 0, and then this one 3n minus, so it changes to plus, so it becomes 2 plus 7n is equals to 1, because 21 minus 20 is 1. So for you to get the value of n, we are going to have it as 7n is equals to 1. So divide by 7, divide by 7. N will be equal to 1 over 7. That one becomes the value of m. Then from there, we can substitute it in any of the two equations to get the value of m. So we can use the first equation, which is 3m plus 1/7 is equals to 7. So 3m equals to 7 minus 1/7, which is going to give us, which we get 3m equals to, the LCM is 7. This one is over 1, so it is 7 times 7, which is 49, minus 7 goes to 7, 1 times 1 is 1, so we get 3m equals to 48/7. Therefore, m will be equal to, when you divide by 3 both sides, we're going to have 48 divided by 21. 48 divided by 21. Whereby 3 goes here. Is it 16 or what? When you simplify that, you'll be able to get the answer as 3 goes here, 1, 16/7. So the value of m, why is it being different from the first one? Yeah, 16/7, which is the same as 2 and 2/7. Is it 2 or 3? Sorry, this one is was 2 here on this point. I think we messed up somewhere here. This here, because we used the first equation, it was 2m. It was 2m. 2m. This point. So this is 2. Also, this other one here is 2. So when you divide by 2 here, you are going to have here. So this one here is going to be 2m equals to 49 minus 1/7, which gives us 2m equals to 48/7. So when you divide by 2 in both sides, you're going to have m being equal to 24/7, which is similar to what we had gotten in the initial stage. Yeah, so that is the way to go, and that's how we were supposed to solve that question using elimination method. Anybody with a question up to that far end? Anybody with a question? Anybody who needs clarification, or maybe if you had attempted the questions over there and you had a challenge, ready to assist. Have we all understood that? Hello, are we together? I want to get the feedback. Are we together? Not getting any response from your side. I don't know whether we are together. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Domitila. I think we are good. Then, in that regard, can we attempt one question? That is number 4B. Number 4B, which is 2U minus V is equals to 11. And then 3U minus V is equals to 49. So let's attempt that. It's number 4B using elimination method. You attempt it from your end, then we will do it together. Once you are done, you can type on the chat group your answer. Thank you, Domitila. You are saying that U is equals to 12 and V is equals to 13. Let's confirm that. We have I hope I had written the question correctly. It was that one. So in this case, we need to solve by elimination. So we need to add at that point to eliminate v. So when you add, this becomes 5u plus 0 is equals to, this one is 60.
60.
So we will be able to have 5u is equals to 60. So for us to get the value of u, we divide by 5. We also divide by 5. So u will be equal to 12. Then from there, we use the equation, either equation 1 or equation 2 to solve for v. So we can use equation 1, which is 2u minus v equals to 11, whereby u is 12. So it's 2 times 12, which is 24, minus v is equals to 11. So we collect like terms. So we take 24 to the other side. So we'll be able to have negative v is equals to 11 minus 24. So negative v is equals to 11 minus 24 gives us negative 13. So divide by negative 1, divide by 1. V will be equal to 13. So v is equals to 13 and u is equals to 12. So that is it when we deal with elimination method to solve questions with two unknowns. Unless there is anyone with a question concerning this elimination method. Is there anyone with a problem now concerning substitution method? Sorry, elimination method. I hope there is none. Thank you.
For me, teacher, I have understood. Yeah. Okay.
That's good. Then should we proceed to the next subtopic, which is a substitution method? Should we? Though I see we only have 9 minutes remaining. So what do you think? Should we introduce substitution or we do one question and then we call it a day? What's your
If
thought?
we introduce a new one, we won't exhaust the teacher.
Sorry?
If we introduce a new one, we won't get enough time.
So we stop there and then we can proceed next.
Yes, we proceed with a new topic, subtopic.
You think I didn't get to that?
I'm saying,
Yes.
I'm suggesting we can't introduce a new one because we won't be able to complete it in a few minutes that we have.
So now that you have understood, is there a need of us doing another question, or I give you assignment and then you go and attempt?
Give us some assignment. We do, then we send.
Okay.
Or
I'm
we
going
yeah,
to,
we can do.
I'm going to share the questions through the group. You attempt and then you will be able to share them with me back. So up to that point, I think we can call it a day. We can end our session at that point. And then in the next lesson, next teacher will be able to continue from substitution as we proceed. Otherwise, thank you for your cooperation and thank you for your participation. We have really had a good engagement. Looking forward to engaging more and learning more together. Otherwise, thank you and have a good day.
Good day,
Goodbye.
teacher. Thank you.
Welcome.